So hey everyone, Rohan Dhawan here, founder of Uability, and today we have Shashank Duggal, one of our clients here at Uability Elite Program, who again achieved some phenomenal results that I would like to talk to you about. And he's still on his way of figuring out things and actually growing his business to the next level, but still within a small period. I think back in June or July, the kind of results that you achieved were really awesome, and I want to talk about those specifically. So Shashank, before I get into what exactly you achieved and everything, can you just tell me a little bit about your background and what exactly do you do and how did you get into this coaching industry?
Yeah, first of all, thanks, Rohan, and for getting this call. And for everyone who's watching, I think the Uability program is fantastic. And not only me, but people who I know, a lot of people have gone similar results. So thank you for creating this amazing program.
My
Now, coming to your question, so I I'm an engineer plus MBA by education, like most of us do, BTech plus MBA. And then last 15 years, I've been working with big five different American MNCs. And mostly I was not very passionate about the work I was doing. So I was always inclined towards teaching. And last 15 years, I have worked in multiple profiles and accumulated a lot of business knowledge. So I was thinking, what should I do? How can I live my passion of teaching? So there were different routes for me. And then one of the days I remember, it was Sunday, I was in Delhi, a live coaching webinar came.
hmm.
So I just went and attended it, and then I started knowing more about this coaching and training industry. And then I did that certification, life coaching. I was really very fascinated by whatever I learned. So I thought, yeah, that's a good start. Now I have little understanding how the mindset needs to be trained. I have a business coaching skills because of my work experience, and I am passionate about teaching. So I thought, let me combine all these three and create something where I can help people who are in a job
Hmm.
how to start a business around their passion. Because I always believe that you should live your passion. I was passionate about many things, but because of a job, we don't want to try out different things because we feel there's no money. But what if someone can teach you how to generate money from your passion and the
Hmm.
problem is solved? And that's what I was able to do for myself, and now I am helping others to monetize their passion alongside with their job.
Wow, man, that's pretty amazing. So, Shashank, can you tell me a little bit about when you went through that webinar that you attended? You did the whole, I think, the course or whatever. What happened then? What were the different kind of challenges or problems you were facing before you actually joined Uability?
So I think so that was a life coaching certification that I did, and after that I started investigating more on this domain. I started learning with different videos, with different books and different mentors also, and then I accumulated all that knowledge, packaged it in an online course, and launched it.
Hmm.
I think I launched my course last year, October or November something.
Hmm.
And then, like most of us do, they first build and then start to look for customers, which is not the correct way. That I learned the hard way by investing money and time. I was looking and there were no people to buy the course.
Hmm.
And then I was trying different options to socialize my offer by creating a lot of free content, free value content on social media. There were very less engagements and less comments. And I was doing everything under the sun, going live, creating posters, creating videos, whatever you name it, like industry protocol is there, everything was done.
Hmm.
And then in fact, I realized that this will not work
Hmm.
because no one is buying it, so there seems to be some disconnect somewhere. And then I think I saw one of your ads, and it said that if you are struggling to get high ticket clients, just get on a call
Hmm.
with us. So I just went on a call with zero expectation. Let me see what they are teaching. And then I had a 45-minute to 1 hour call with one of the team members, Pratham. And yeah, I said, okay, let's try this one as well because there's no harm in learning something new. And then, yes, I most of the course that you were teaching, I'll say 60-70% already I did before, because launching my online course I had to go through all that struggle. The critical piece was the marketing and how to get clients. So that piece I think really helped me in implementing the learnings the correct way. And I think I joined this course in Jan and so, and then by May end or June I started monetizing or getting clients.
Got it, man. That's pretty awesome. Before you joined Uability, did you make any kind of sale for your course, or this was the first time you actually sold anything online after joining Uability?
So in terms of monetization, no. Before Uability, no monetization, because I was still trying to test the product. So I was giving it for free.
Hmm.
And I realized that people don't value free stuff. I was expecting honest feedback from them, and it was not a 1 hour course. It was like a lengthy course to give them everything that they need to start a business. And somehow they started with seriousness, but since it was free, they just left it.
Right.
And then I thought, okay, let's try taking some money, so that when money comes, people become serious. But people were not ready to pay, or because my offer was also not optimized, and there were a lot of different things, majorly on my side. And then after Uability, I again revised my price. In fact, I increased my price a little bit, and I changed it from an online course to a mentorship program.
Right.
And what I also tried doing is, so I have 6-7 different modules in my program, which help people start from zero to like start getting money, making money from their passion. So I also tried selling these modules individually. Like if you say that, okay, I'm only interested in, let's say, understanding what my customer wants. So you have only module related to customer requirement gathering or mindset. So I tried different combinations to see which module works best. And then when I got little bit confidence that yes, people are getting little bit results, then I combined everything and created this program. But coming to our question, the real monetization happened after UAB.
Got it, man. That's like really awesome. Now, Shashank, one thing you mentioned that you went from doing an online course to a mentorship program. Now, like I'm sure like we both know why you did it, but for the audience, can you like help them understand, in case a lot of people are making similar mistake? So why did you go about doing this, and why did you make this change?
Sure. Okay. First of all, this is not the correct way to do it. Starting an online course is the last step in the process, and we don't start with that. First, the ideal way is what I learned as part of viewability also, that first you start working with the clients or doing it for the clients, get that experience, get to know what all nuances or pitfalls are there. And then once you have that experience, then package your learning into an online course. So that's why when I started with an online course, I had certain assumptions in mind that the client will go through this path and the results will come.
Right.
But no one walked that path yet, apart from me in my mind. So I don't know whether that path will lead to the desired result or not. The only way to find out is to get people to walk that path.
Right.
So I think mentorship program helped me in getting people or doing a hand holding in walking that path, and now I know what works or what didn't work. So my
You were
assumptions
able
are,
to improve your course as well with
yes,
this.
yes. So I've still not done it online now. I'm still in the mentorship phase, and I have to create more case studies, more successful case studies. And once I think I have 20-30 successful case studies, I know that this works for sure for different types
Right.
of people. Then making an online course is sense. There's
Got
sense
it.
in it.
Got it.
That's why for everyone, don't start with an online course. You can start with an online course if you have already worked with a lot of clients before coming into coaching industry. You know what works, what doesn't work. Then it's fine. Otherwise, if you are new, then start as done for you or done with you, and then progress to online.
Got it. And Shashank, there was also one more critical lesson that you talked about, which was kind of like a mistake that you made before. So I'm sure that everyone can learn from this, that you built before selling, right? So can you elaborate on that as well?
Yeah. So again, now again it relates to this previous point. So what I did, I built and then I started selling. So I invested time, effort, money, everything, my energy, my expectations in building a product, and then went out in the market to find customers, which is the wrong way, at least in this digital age. So now the right way is we first find customers and then start building it. Now, everyone who is watching this, please don't build a product. You can build a small MVP or a prototype, I may say, and then find customers, test out that with them, give it to them, and then learn from them and build your like Taj Mahal along with your customer. So
Right.
don't first build and then sell. First sell and then build. This is the guru mantra of 21st century.
Right, absolutely. So Shashank, I think these are two critical lessons. So I'm sure anybody watching this, like, it'll help them out a lot. So Shashank, when you like got on a call with us, see, I'm sure that you must have seen like a lot of different kind of ads from different kind of gurus, and you must have enrolled in different kind of courses as well. So my question is like, why did you decide to, number one, book a call with us specifically, and number two, when you got on a call, like, of course we didn't ask you like 500 rupees for a program or something. So how did you decide and make up your mind that I should actually pay these guys money and see what it's about?
Okay, so there are a couple of things that happened, if I remember correctly. First, I never signed up for any 500 or 1500 program. I always signed up for high-end programs because I believe that I will get the results from a high-ticket program. Because ultimately, these 500 programs will lead you to there, but the journey is long and you end up paying a higher amount only. So I was specifically looking for the getting clients, high-ticket. That was the catch that, or the offer that I resonated with. So when I got on a call, I explained my journey at starting an online course and then no one is buying, and I understood that my mistake, that this was wrong. First I need to give results and then create a course eventually. And I told Pratham that only thing I need is this marketing part, how to clients, sales and marketing part. So then he showed me testimonials that these are the people who are in your similar niche, maybe not 100% exactly, and this is the same problem that they were having, and now they are making good successful case studies and monetization. So that was a proof of concept, okay, that this thing works. Then I asked him categorically that, okay, are you going to tell me that create 2 videos every day, go live weekends, or create engaging content? I'm already doing it. You go to my LinkedIn profile, go to Facebook. I don't want another person to do the same thing. No, he said, no, that is fine, that is needed, but it will be a targeted marketing effort that we will be putting. So we'll be creating content, but in a targeted way to get results. Results in terms of clients, not likes and follows, which I like. So I said, fine, not an issue. I put everything on stage. I wanted this to work. I thought if I have to learn something, I have to invest money in growing, that is fine. And then I decided, okay, let's go with it and let's try one more program. So that's how I invested money.
Right.
And only thing is, when I think Pratham said that results are in terms of money and clients or case studies, not in terms of likes, follows, and building your social media guru brand. That thing resonated with me, and that's why I bought this book.
Got it, man. So then, Shashank, like when you joined the program, I remember your initial days or weeks when you were kind of like struggling with, LinkedIn and reaching out to people, and there were like some issues when it comes to like marketing yourself. So my question is, how did you overcome those issues? Because I remember like we had this Q&A call once, and you told me that, Rohan, this is the problem, this is what's happening. And then after that Q&A call, I think within few weeks you posted that huge win where you ended up closing so many clients. So I want to know what exactly happened during that time and that time.
Okay, so like I was still in a job, and posting everything publicly on LinkedIn was a little bit risk, but in my mind I was certain that this is what I want to do. And even if it is at the stake of losing my job, I was okay with it. Because in my mind I would determine that this is the future career I want to be in. Now I think the problem was what assumptions I had that if I approach 10 people, one or two will buy from me.
Hmm.
And that was a very wrong assumption.
Hmm.
Because approaching 10 people and getting two people buying from you is like too much, asking too much. So what I understood from the program that you need to have numbers. It is a long process. You need to reach out maybe 150 people, and maybe then one or two or three will buy from you. So that was a breakthrough for me that reaching out 10 people is not sufficient. I'm like not doing enough. So I need to increase my reach. And that's why I was getting demotivated because every day I was sending 2, 3 friend requests or 5, 10 friend requests. Maybe two people accept, and then I write them a message and they don't reply, and I say no, nothing works. So I think the breakthrough was that when I got okay, I need to target to get my goal. I need to reach to let's say 1,500 people, and there are ways and means of automating your friend requests and messaging. And then I started implementing those, reaching out to more people and crafting my messages, different version of my messages as was there in the program also. If this doesn't work, try this and then working with I think Sunny to get tweaks into place in the messages. So Sunny also helped me in making my messages, and he shared his experiences because he was also using the same technique of reaching out to people on private messages. So I think that worked, and I was able to get some traction. So I knew that this is working. All I need to do is do it again and again and again and scale it up, and that's how it happened.
Got it, man. So, Shashank, like in terms of like marketing and sales, what would you say was your knowledge before about the subject, and how do you think it has changed after you joined and learned about all these things?
Yeah, sure. So primarily from my domain experience, I am a more into customer experience guy. So my professional experience is customer experience, customer requirement management, and designing a process so that customer gets a wow experience on
Exactly.
all stages of a customer journey. Marketing, I have learned it, done it, but not thoroughly. And I think that was what I was lacking. Because every other course will give you generic knowledge that, okay, post two contents or go live, which is fine, which is needed, of course, but a more systematic, result driven knowledge that was missing. And I think this course provides a very good knowledge for someone who is new to marketing, who has never learned marketing. And I think instead of learning 2 years of marketing, they can do just this part, which will give them results.
Right.
So yes, a lot of things I learned from the marketing section of this course.
Got it. So Shashank, like within that period of time, like what kind of results were you able to achieve with usability monetary wise?
So I think I'll say it's around 1.5 lakh rupees because my target was not to scale, not to get a lot of people. My target was to get few people who are committed and test this out. Because as I said, I made the mistake of creating an online course to scale it, but now I changed it to mentorship. And mentorship requires a lot of time, effort, investment from my side also, because I work directly with the client every week. We do activities, and I monitor, I tell them this went well, this didn't went well. So it is a effort and time consuming.
Right.
And so I only wanted initial 5, 6 clients. Once they become successful, then I become successful, then I will scale it.
Right.
So around 1.5 lakh I was able to monetize, and
Wow,
previously it was
man.
nothing.
Yeah, that's still huge. And within what period were you able to achieve this 1.5 lakh? Like when you started like marketing, and how much time it took to close the
I
deal?
think 2 months, 1.5, 2 months, because January I joined UABLT, and January mid I joined. By January end I completed the program, like reading, because most of the done thing I already did in my course. So marketing sales I had completed. Then Feb and March I was inactive because I was moving my base from Delhi to Goa. Now I live in Goa. So this
Nice.
1.5 month was pretty, and COVID also happened that time. Someone in the
Yeah.
family. So April onwards, I came back on track. April, May, I got the clients. May,
Wow.
yeah. So 1.5 months. You'll say.
1.5 months. Wow, man. That's like pretty phenomenal. And this is just 1.5 months of effort. So literally, and that to be only because you wanted, 5, 6 clients. But if you wanted, you could have actually scaled this even more, which I'm sure you're going to do now. And that's obviously the goal. So congrats, Shashank. Like, that's pretty amazing, man. According to you, since this period from January till now, what have been like your core key learnings that you would like to share with, everybody over here?
I think first is that business is a numbers game. It's not by emotion, it is driven by numbers. And yeah, emotions are part of that. But if you are focused on your numbers, then things become more logical. So that was a very good insight that I got. And second, I think the sales strategy that is taught is also very good because I have never done sales in my corporate role. So that was also a very good learning for me to learn what is the step-by-step process to try to sell your offer for the client, not to the client. Yeah. So yeah, that was also a very good takeaway from me for me. And I think most of coaches, consultants, or people who are still early in the business, they quit because they don't understand it's a number game.
Very
They
important.
buy, yeah, very important. So that was like a big takeaway for me.
Right. Wow, man. So I'm sure anybody watching this would, they would get like a lot of inspiration from this. Now, Shashank, we covered the topic about business owners. Now, considering that, you specifically coach to employees as well, I'm sure that you know a lot about this domain, considering obviously you have been in that position. So, Shashank, anybody watching this video, let's say that they are an employee, right? And they are in this job which is like soul sucking and, it's not giving them the joy that they want and they are just struggling all day. So, what advice or tips would you like to give to those people based on obviously your own learnings? What would you like to share with them? How can they go about finding their passion or doing something that, they love?
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's a very good question. In fact, more than 80% of the people today are not satisfied with their job as per a recent survey from Gallup.
Wow.
And we are so tuned to depending on a single source of income that even if you want to leave it, we cannot leave it because we have financial liabilities and responsibilities. Now, for everyone who are in that situation, I was in, so the first thing is you are not alone. There are a lot of people in the same situation. And second thing is, which is the good news, there is a way out. And it's not a random way, it's a proven step-by-step process. And what I do in my program, which is called Passion to Purpose, is the same thing. What I did it for myself, what I'm doing for my other mentees is to teach you how you can find your passion. And once you've found your passion, what is the step-by-step process to monetize it alongside your job. Please don't quit your job till the time you start making money from your passion. So let your job be the sponsor of your passion business. That's what I teach, and it's not only me. There are hundreds and thousands of successful case studies, maybe from UAbility as well. There are hundreds of people who are coming from the job background and are able to create their business. So don't sit and complain about your job. Take action. And if you need hand holding, we are here. But if you just sit and complain, nothing is working, this is my life, then this will be your life forever.
Right. Shashank, like, what about people who say that, I come back home at like 7, 8 p.m. After that, I'm like very tired and, I did the work whole day and I can't work on my passion business, right? I'm too tired for it. So, what advice would you give to them or how can those people deal with this problem?
I think it's a very good question. It's a genuine problem. And in my program, I get this a lot. And what I have done is I have designed the program in such a way that if you can spare out 3 to 4 hours per week, not per day, if you can spare out 4 hours for your future life per week, then you can do this program. The only way is you have Saturday or Sunday, or maybe Sunday for some people. You can take out time on Sundays. It's only about investing 4 or 5 Sundays, or maybe 10 Sundays in a span of 6 months. And then you'll have your side income or passion business ready. I'm sure you can invest 8 to 10 Sundays from your so-called busy life towards your goals. So Saturday, Sunday, maybe cut down on your Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Hmm.
Those subscriptions, you and maybe prioritize your activities, how much time you are devoting on things that take you towards your goal, and how much time you are devoting on things that are useless. So
Hmm.
just scan your day, and you will
Hmm.
know what are the things that make sense and what are the things that are just wasting time.
Hmm.
And of course, you have to give time to your family as well.
Hmm.
It's not that just job, and you don't want to create this as another job for you.
Hmm.
So the best way is that what it worked for me is I involved my family in that. So what
Hmm.
I did is I had these 10 things to do. So I
Hmm.
asked my wife, can you help me with these two things?
Hmm.
Can you create a poster for me? So
Hmm.
she was also involved. In a way, the whole family was involved, then the overall motivation was high, and some of the work I was able to outsource it
Hmm.
without thinking about money and all. So it's a good way to engage your family, and then suddenly you see you have a lot of time.
Right. That's pretty smart, like to involve your family. And Shashank, do you recommend those people like do their work on their passion early in the morning, or should they like do it after work? Like how should they like schedule it? The time to actually work on this, other than the Sundays, obviously.
Okay, it totally depends. If you are a morning person, then the morning is the best time. If you are a night owl, then night is the best time. For me, night works perfectly. But for one of my mentee, she is a morning person. So
Hmm.
she gets up like 5 a.m.
Hmm.
and then like 6 to 8 is her passion business time where she implements whatever we do in the class. And then she goes on her corporate role. So it really depends how much you are comfortable. Maybe if you can allocate, let's say, if you allocate 10:30 p.m. to 12 p.m. for 1.5 hours, you work only on your passion business. That
Hmm.
is totally sufficient. You don't need more time than that. Even if you are allocating 1.5 hours per day, you have more than enough that you can do in that time.
Absolutely. So I think this is living proof if Shashank himself can do it, if his mentees are doing it. So I'm sure that anybody watching this video, like if you're really serious about it and you're really hungry, you can take out time and you can do it, right? So,
You made a good point. Time is not the problem.
hmm,
The problem is priority. Time
exactly.
management is priority management.
Hmm,
And if you really want it,
hmm.
you will manage. If you don't want it, then no one can manage time for you.
Hmm. It's like funny because some people say that, oh, I was too tired today and I didn't get time, but I did get time to finish that last episode on Netflix, right? So you did get time, you just didn't decide to do it, for that particular activity. I think like one excuse, Shashank, that a lot of people use is that, oh, Shashank, I'm too exhausted. So I can't like focus on this passion business right now because the work pressure is so much. So what do you like say to those people?
Okay. So the only thing is, look, there can be some genuine days when you are overloaded with work or some family commitments and you
Hmm.
cannot devote time, which is totally understandable. And that's how you manage. So if 2 days or one day you are not able to devote, maybe the third day you devote little extra time to your passion business.
Hmm.
But coming to your question, if someone says that, okay, I don't have time,
Hmm.
okay, then what they are saying, they are not saying they don't have time, they are exhausted. They are saying that this dream is not important to them,
Hmm.
or this vision of whatever they have, that this is what I want to do, this is my ideal life. They are not able to see that vision clearly, and even if they see it, they don't believe it right now that they can achieve it.
Hmm.
So it's more about commitment or more about belief that they can achieve this.
Hmm.
And once they believe that they can achieve this, they will do anything under the sun. Let's say tomorrow, if someone says that, God forbid, you have some sickness, and to overcome that sickness, you have to go to the gym for 40 minutes or work out 40 minutes, otherwise, you will die in a
Hmm.
month. I can bet $100,000 you will work out every day,
Hmm.
even if you have to cut corners in your office, because that is a priority for you now.
Exactly.
And the moment this business or whatever it is your goal is, moment your goal becomes your priority, this tiredness, this lack of time, lack of resources, everything fades away.
Hmm. Got it. That's like really, wonderful advice, Shashank, and I'm sure that it'll help out a lot of people. Shashank, if anybody watching this video, let's say that they are interested in learning more about, how can they, get rid of their job, or not just get rid of it, but start something like a side hustle or something. So what's like the best way to get in touch with you, man?
So the best way is to go on my website. The URL is www.shashankgoogle.com/training. So that's a training page. It's a 20-minute free training where you can learn how to find and monetize your passion. And the whole purpose of this training is to get you started. Okay, this 20 minutes will be, I can assure you, will be a life-changing 20 minutes for you. So watch this training, and after the training, there will be a button where you can book a call with me, and we can talk more about what you want in life and how I can help you in achieving those objectives. So again, the URL is www.shashankgoogle.com/training. And you can also visit my page on Facebook, Shashank Google, and I'm on Instagram and YouTube. All the channels are covered, so you can just type in Shashank Google and I'll be there.
Got it, man. So what I'll do is I'll take this link from Shashank and I'll put it in the description below. So anybody interested, go check out Shashank. He's a super talented man, and he's implementing it. Whatever he's teaching, he's implementing it for himself. So I'm sure that he could help you out as well, and I'm sure he'll do wonderful. So thanks again, Shashank. Shashank, just before I let you go, final question I have. If anybody watching this video, let's say that they are a business owner and they are on the fence that should I join UAbility, should I not join UAbility, like what's like your final advice or 2 cents you would like to give to those people?
Okay, so I think first of all, if you're on the fence whether to join or not, you have to think what is at stake. That is very important. By investing some money in a program, if you are getting 5x or 10x returns, which you will 110% get if you implement whatever is taught. So is that better, or not investing that money and putting your business growth on stake? Is that better? The choice is yours. So what is at stake? So I think they should join up, or anyone should join a program only and only if you are ready to do whatever is taught. If you are not ready to take action, if you just want to join a program, then don't invest your money. That's what I say.
Right. Thanks again, Shashank. Like, this is wonderful, and I wish you nothing but the best. I'm sure we'll be doing another interview in the future where you'll end up achieving a lot better results as well. But still, congratulations, man. Such a short period of time and great results. So, yeah, man, congrats again, and thanks for taking out the time. And I'll see you on the future interview.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cool.